Marcus was a beautiful kid. He had some problems, little mental problems that he was suffering with. It still didn't stop that he had a good side to him, you know, he had a beautiful side to him.
Right, I'm here with Marcus's dad right now. I just want to ask you a few questions, man. So, first of all, I'm sorry for your loss, man. It's a shame. And you know what I mean? I pray you get the justice that you need, man.
How are you?
I'm Tuab, thank you much. I'm good. Sorry, Tuab means good in Hebrew, sorry. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, so I speak Hebrew. But I wanted to ask you, what would you say to people that think that police shootings are just an issue in America?
In America?
Now, a lot of people think about police brutality and they think about Eric Garner and they think, oh, Englishmen are living good, and we know it's not the case.
No, I do watch the American shooting, a lot of that. I watch a lot of it, but I've noticed that there's a lot of it going on in the UK as well. I'm not just on about my own son, but there's a lot I'm noticing, and these police that seem to be very similar to the Americans, but they're more cunning. You know, they do it like when they killed my son. The reason they got away with doing that is because there was no media. If the media had been there, they would have had to approach his apartment more carefully, like they did it with the guy in London, you know, and they got him out alive. I can't understand why they couldn't get my son out alive. You know, they didn't need 14 armed police officers to go in with rifles to go and get him out. So it's not good. And then Christmas Eve as well. This is what they're doing to mans and families, going around killing people on Christmas Eve. It's not good. These Babylon, they're bad people. They're not nice people, bro. You know, they're here not for us, they're here to hurt us. You know, because every day I'm seeing, in this country, I'm seeing black people are getting killed and white people for the same things are walking away and not getting hurt, and I'm thinking, how is it possible? Look at the one recently, the guy just had a samurai sword. He took a 14-year-old, killed a 14-year-old, damaged a couple of policemen and damaged some people, and they tased him and he walked out completely alive.
Absolutely. When it comes to our people, though, they gotta use drastic measures, man. They gotta get a gun out. Anybody else get a taser out, restrained. I hear what you're saying, man.
You know what it is? When they see us, they fear us. They're afraid of us. That's why they come so heavy. That's why they come with guns. And not only just that, sometimes I feel like when they see us, because they love their own kind, they love their own people, but when they see us, they go, oh, look, we can target practice with these. We can practice. You know, when they're practicing on these, these gun range sites, they don't get the chance to use these guns on their own people. You know what I mean? They practice on these target ranges all the time, and they want to use these guns, and they can't use them in real life unless they're using them on black people.
Absolutely, man. UK police are known for being gun happy because they don't really use it. So when they see a black man, like, right, this is my time. What would you say if I told you that the condition that we're going through in England is prophesied in the Bible?
You say it's prophesied?
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it, because the way these Babylons are moving and the way I'm seeing some battered white something going down and all that rubbish is going on, and nothing is godly about what's going on right now. There's nothing godly about these people. So it hurts me when I'm here in England, because I've come back from the 60s. And from the 60s, I've seen many, many changes, you know, like from the normal telephone box, red box, where you had to go to a phone box to phone somebody. You know, it was a privilege. You was lucky to have a phone in your house or something like that. Times have changed.
So you're from the 60s, right? So I know a lot about the 60s, the fighting that black people did, the marching, protesting, fighting police. Do you think any of that worked if we're here today doing the same thing?
You think it worked?
Yeah, like, do you think that this place is for us? Like, people march and get results, but we're still here in 2025.
Bro, we march and we don't get results. That's what you've got to look at. You know, like, you can get a whole heap of LGBs marching and they're going to get results. You can get any foreign people that comes to this soil and march, and they're going to get some results. I'm telling you that now. But you get black people and let them march. I don't care if they come in the millions. We're not getting results because we're getting the same results. They're still shooting us. And I think the reason why we're getting these results is because they're not making the police accountable. Look at the Babylon that's just shot my son. I don't know his name. I don't even know what he looks like. He was masked up. So this man, I can't sleep. I lost about 3.5, 4 stone since Christmas Eve to now. I can't sleep. And when I go to my gigs to sing, you know, I'm scared to shake anybody's hand. Anybody that's white, I don't want to shake their hand, any man. Because I don't know if he comes over to me and says to me, how are you going, mate? I like your performance and such. And, I'm sorry to hear about your son, I hope you get justice. And it could be him who shot him. Because I don't know who it is. I just know some white brothers in uniforms. And they've gone in and shot my son. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know a name. I don't even know if they're professional police. We don't know anything. They won't tell us nothing. You know, and we don't even know. I don't even look like we're going to get justice because I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to be here crying out for justice because everybody knows what they've done is wrong. You know what I mean? That's why they're
From what I'm hearing that he's still got his job. I've seen man sacked for less. I've seen man coming to work 4 times, get sacked. Meanwhile, you can unalive a black person and not even get suspension, man. It's a shame.
Yeah, he's not getting, you know, like I said, they won't even tell us who he is because I think he's a rookie. I think that there was a bunch of rookies out on the street just practicing, you know, like rookies who have like just moving from police to the gun unit. I think there was just a bunch of rookies out on the street, they're having a look around and the calls come through and they thought, oh, let's go and see what this one's about. And they've gone to my son's house because he is having a mental breakdown and they've just gone completely wrong. They're not professional. They did nothing professional that day. They could have waited. They could have outweighted my son. I've heard of cases where they've like outweighted the person until his hat's come out for food. You know, they gave him 5 hours, and after 5 hours of a
Surveillance.
No, not surveillance, a negotiator. They had a negotiator there talking to him like he's some kind of murderer, like he's got like hostages or something. He was alone in his home, on his own, by himself. So I can't understand why they went with guns. He hasn't got guns, he doesn't play with guns. That's not on his record. So I know that this was a bunch of rookies just happened to be on the street and they've gone to someone who's having a mental breakdown and thought, oh, we can come heavy here, and they've gone heavy. And if there was like I said, if there was media there, they wouldn't have been able to go that heavy. And I think they should, that officer should be, he's dangerous.
Definitely needs to be off the street, man.
He shouldn't be, he should be off the streets. That's my daughter Zara. He should be. Oh, it's my sister. I'm not gonna say he should be. I think he should be behind bars.